Hello, friends. In this episode, we will continue our discussion on the patriotic songs or the national songs that were written by Rabindranath Tagore. In the earlier episode, we discussed about the first phase of Rabindranath's career where he was writing patriotic songs. The next phase, which is the most significant phase, started from 1905 till 1912-13. This was the time when Lord Curzon declared the infamous Bengal partition. Bengal was divided into two parts, and the division was not on the basis of geographical features but was on the basis of religion. One had a Muslim majority and the other had a Hindu majority. Rabindranath reacted to this decision. A new surge of nationalist feelings and patriotic emotions swept the entire nation, and especially the people from Bengal. Rabindranath introduced Rakhi Utsav to unite the Hindus and the Muslims all over again, so that the intention of the British could not influence the minds of the people. In this period, Rabindranath wrote a few very significant songs. Some of them are বাংলার মাটি বাংলার জল, এবার তোর মরা গাঙ্গে বান এসেছে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, সার্থক জনম আমার, নিশিদিন ভরসা রাখিস হবেই হবে, and বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি এমন শক্তিমান, and a lot of other songs. If noticed carefully, these songs were influenced by the Baul tradition of singing. Rabindranath did not compose songs based on the Baul tradition before this. He found that if a song is composed with a Baul tune, it becomes more catchy and easy to learn and to communicate. The main intention in this entire venture was to let the people learn the songs fast and spread like wildfire. The intention of Tagore was quite successful, and a lot of people started using these songs as part of their procession, part of their movement, etc. On 16th October 1905, Lord Curzon did the final declaration of the partition of Bengal. Rabindranath was attending a program with Ananda Mohan Basu, another eminent leader, at the Upper Circular Road, where the foundation for the Federation Hall was being laid. When Rabindranath came to know about this news, he immediately took a huge procession out of that particular venue and started singing this song titled Bidhir Badhon Katbe Tumi Emon Shoktiman, Tumi Ki Emni Shoktiman. A procession of more than 3,000 people started singing this song and moving ahead. In English, this song would roughly mean, are you strong enough to revert the course of destiny? Do you think yourself strong enough? Reign our ups and downs? Audacity? Do you think yourself audacious enough to drag someone behind, to hold down forever? You lack such power, nor can you endure such haul. You rule hard, weak ones resist harder. Greater you may become, greatest is the Almighty. Wreck our might, you pave your way to peril. Loading undue must drown your cruiser. Let us now listen to this song, Bidhir Badhon Katbe Tumi Emon Shoktiman.
বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি এমন শক্তিমান, তুমি কি এমনি শক্তিমান, আমাদের ভাঙা গড়া তোমার হাতে এমন অভিমান, তোমাদের এমনি অভিমান। বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি এমন শক্তিমান, তুমি কি এমনি শক্তিমান? আমাদের ভাঙা গড়া তোমার হাতে এমন অভিমান, তোমাদের এমনি অভিমান। বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি। চিরদিন টানবে পিছে, চিরদিন রাখবে নিচে, চিরদিন টানবে পিছে, চিরদিন রাখবে নিচে। এত বল নাই রে তোমার, এত বল নাই রে তোমার, সবেই না সেই টান। বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি এমন শক্তিমান, তুমি কি এমনি শক্তিমান? আমাদের ভাঙা গড়া তোমার হাতে এমন অভিমান, তোমাদের এমনি অভিমান। বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি। শাসনে যতই ঘেরো আছে বল দুর্বলেরও, শাসনে যতই ঘেরো আছে বল দুর্বলেরও। হও না যতই বড়, হও না যতই বড়, আছেন ভগবান। আমাদের শক্তি মেরে তোরাও বাঁচবি নে রে, আমাদের শক্তি মেরে তোরাও বাঁচবি নে রে। বোঝা তোর ভারী হলেই ডুববে তোরই খান। বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি এমন শক্তিমান, তুমি কি এমনি শক্তিমান? আমাদের ভাঙা গড়া তোমার হাতে এমন অভিমান, তোমাদের এমনি অভিমান। বিধির বাঁধন কাটবে তুমি এমন শক্তিমান, তুমি কি এমনি শক্তিমান?
As discussed, the period from 1905 to 1912 saw a number of compositions by Tagore. Unfortunately, Rabindranath's inspiration for writing patriotic songs saw an ebb after 1912-13. We do not find any song written after this point. Rabindranath had serious differences in opinion with the leaders of the Swadeshi movement and the independence movement at that point of time. They believed in a policy of negotiation and across-the-table discussion. Rabindranath always thought that independence can only be achieved through fearless revolution and non-negotiable political stance. This is something that the leaders of the Swadeshi movement never used to follow and understand. So Rabindranath found it better to leave the active politics from that point onwards. Rabindranath could not also accept the decision of rejecting foreign goods and clothes. Rejection of foreign goods as promoted or propaganded by the Swadeshi leaders had a very severe impact on the people who were already poverty-stricken. The foreign goods were much cheaper compared to the indigenous goods that were made by local people. Since getting raw materials was difficult and they were not produced by large industrial setups, the clothes and goods that were created locally were much more expensive than their foreign counterparts. But forcing poor people into buying goods which were made in India made their lives even more severe. Rabindranath never supported this, and he thought that the policy of rejecting foreign goods was not in favor of the people of India. He also objected about the policy of boycotting colleges and educational institutions which were set up by the British. The Swadeshi people always wanted their young students to join the Swadeshi movement and boycott these colleges. Rabindranath was very against all these things. Later, after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Rabindranath was shaken to the core when he saw the apparent indifference of Mahatma Gandhi and the Indian National Congress. He could not understand why they were so indifferent about this incident, and he found it suitable not to participate any further in anti-British movement or the patriotic movements which were happening during that point of time. So after 1912-13, Rabindranath did not participate in any political ventures till 1930. So a period of 17-18 years saw no composition from Rabindranath relating to anti-British movement or the nationalist movement as such. During this period, the period between 1912 and 1930, we only have very few songs written on the theme of Indianness. Songs like Deshe Deshe Nondito Kori in 1917 and Sadhon Ki Mor Ason Nebe Hottogoler Kandhe in 1922. The nationwide non-cooperation movement that started in 1921 had also no impact on Tagore. He kept silent during this period of time. We only get an example of one song which is titled Shorbo Khorbo Tare Dahe Tobo Krodo Daho. It was in the year 1929, 13th of September, after hearing the news of the death of the legendary revolutionist Jatin Das, that Tagore could not keep silent, and he wrote this song, Shorbo Khorbo Tare Dahe Tobo Krodo Daho. Shantidev Ghosh wrote in his reminiscences that the day the news came to Shantiniketan, I could not forget how badly Gurudev was affected by it. The rehearsals for Tapoti in the evening was decided to be kept as scheduled. But repeatedly he was losing concentration from the text. He tried a number of times but failed to do so. Finally, the rehearsals were called off. The night he wrote Shorbo Khorbo Tare Dahe. Later, he also included this song in Tapoti. Perhaps a lot of people today do not know what amount of pain Gurudev went through while writing this song. If they understand, then the song will be more appealing. This is what Shantidev Ghosh wrote about this particular song. In 1930, a famous exponent of the Jujutsu style of martial art, Mr. Takagaki, came to Shantiniketan as a teacher. To welcome him in an exhibition, Tagore wrote this song, Shankocheru Biubhalata, Nijeri Apoman. In 1937, for the convocation at the Calcutta University, Rabindranath also wrote another song, which is Cholo Jai, which was composed for a particular march past. Let us now listen to this song, Shankocheru Biubhalata, Nijeri Apoman. In English, this song roughly means, hesitation is another name of defamation. Restrain yourself from being gloomy in expectation of unforeseen misery. Free from fear, unleash strength, win over yourself. Save the weak, shove evil. Never consider yourself unprotected and feeble. Free from fear, self-reliance must not be a hindrance. Humbly and silently wish to offer your life. Should ethics warrant with a conch blow, free from fear, express your toughness in difficulties certain.
সংকোচের বিহ্বলতা নিজেরে অপমান, সংকটের কল্পনাতে হয়েও না ম্রিয়মান। সংকোচের বিহ্বলতা নিজেরে অপমান, সংকটের কল্পনাতে হয়েও না ম্রিয়মান। মুক্ত কর ভয়, আপনা মাঝে শক্তি ধরো, নিজের কর জয়। মুক্ত কর ভয়, আপনা মাঝে শক্তি ধরো, নিজের কর জয়। সংকোচের বিহ্বলতা নিজের অপমান, সংকটের কল্পনাতে হয়েও না ম্রিয়মান। দুর্বলের রক্ষা কর, দুর্জনের হানো, নিজের দিন নিঃসহায় যেন কভু না জানো। দুর্বলের রক্ষা কর, দুর্জনের হানো, নিজের দিন নিঃসহায় যেন কভু না জানো। মুক্ত কর ভয়, নিজের উপরে করিতে ভর, নারে কুসংশয়। মুক্ত কর ভয়, নিজের উপরে করিতে ভর, নারে কুসংশয়। সংকোচের বিহ্বলতা নিজের অপমান, সংকটের কল্পনাতে হয়েও না ম্রিয়মান। ধর্ম যবে শঙ্খ রবে করিবে আহ্বান, নীরব হয়ে নম্র হয়ে পণ করিও প্রাণ। ধর্ম যবে শঙ্খ রবে করিবে আহ্বান, নীরব হয়ে নম্র হয়ে পণ করিও প্রাণ। মুক্ত কর ভয়, দুরূহ কাজে নিজের দিও কঠিন পরিচয়। মুক্ত কর ভয়, দুরূহ কাজে নিজের দিও কঠিন পরিচয়। সংকোচের বিহ্বলতা নিজের অপমান, সংকটের কল্পনাতে হয়েও না ম্রিয়মান। সংকোচের বিহ্বলতা নিজের অপমান, সংকটের কল্পনাতে হয়েও না ম্রিয়মান।
We may conclude the discussion of patriotic songs written by Rabindranath Tagore with this song, which was written in the year 1910. The song is Hemor Chitto. Rabindranath, who has also written songs on the theme of anti-British movement, anti-British emotions, he has also written songs like Hemor Chitto, where he talks about India as a meeting place of a number of cultures and religions. In India, many kings have come and ruled over the place and its people from time to time. It's not only ruling over a certain piece of land, but with them they brought in their culture, their religion, and their well-being too. Rabindranath, in this particular song, talks about this confluence. This is the reason why India has so many cultures, so many religions, and they together form India. So a person who is a true Indian should have the essence of all the cultures and religion that these people have brought in. In 1910, he is also stating that the British is one of them. They have come with their culture, they have come with their tradition, language, etc. And they are going to stay back with India. And maybe they won't stay back. The British will leave, but their culture will stay with the Indians. And in the song he writes, "Now the door has opened to the west, and gifts in hand they beckon and come. They will give and take, meet and bring together. None shall be turned away from the shore of this vast sea of humanity that is India." This is where Tagore evolves as a world poet, fostering world peace. Let us now listen to this song, Hemochitto. The first few lines in English would mean, "Wake my mind gently awake. In this holy place of pilgrimage, on the shore of this vast sea of humanity, that is India. Here I stand with arms outstretched to hail man, divine in his own image, and sing to his glory in notes glad and free." Let's now listen to this song, Hemochitto, and end this episode here.
এসো ব্রাহ্মণ শুচি করে মন ধরো হাত এসো হে পতিত অপনীত সব অপমান ভার, মার অভিষেকে এসো এসো তোরা